get a little bit more on those darn French people. Marcus Carlson's words, not mine, with Nick Rushworth, who's got Media Watch for us. Let's look at what's buzzing online. Never a dull day in French politics, the latest episode that you call The Return of the Ex-Girlfriend.
Well, the ex-first girlfriend, no less, who is Valérie Trierweiler. We can go straight away to a picture of her, lest ye forget what she looks like. She is the former partner of François Hollande, the president, and she has put the cat among the pigeons with a tweet. We had a tweet from her a couple of years ago when she came out in favour of an opponent of Ségolène Royal. That caused a major storm in France. She has tweeted again. Look at this tweet. We can perhaps make it look a bit bigger there. She's saying, I support Maud Versini, who hasn't seen her 3 children in 847 days, and he's being held by his father in Mexico. So far, so good, except it just so happens that the father is a former governor in Mexico, a head honcho, and this is all taking place as François Hollande, the president, is in Mexico itself for a meeting with the president and to try and restore some of the good ties between the two countries. So bad news for Hollande, because this is making a lot of buzz. There we can go to a story in Nouvelle Obs about Maud Versini, herself. There you can see the woman there in the photo, and she is married, or the former husband, so not married, but to Arturo Montiel. There you can see, and they're there in the photo 2 of their 3 children. Now Arturo Montiel, he actually took those 3 children from her and has kept them, and he is none other than the uncle of the president of Mexico. He is the uncle of Enrique Peña Nieto. So, of course, they will not be talking about that officially, will they, Cyril?
Political diplomatic
it's a diplomatic gaffe. Valérie Trierweiler is saying French diplomacy must act at this point, and what do we get? The Élysée Palace, anyway, is tweeting this, the official message being the 2 men have met, and the whole impetus is to try and be very nice to each other. They won't be talking about Valérie Trierweiler, I'm sure.
Not getting involved at all, François Hollande.
Let me just look at a photo of Valérie Trierweiler and François Hollande back in early January, when things were perhaps a little bit better. There you can see a gigantic piece of cake, a galette de roi that they were dividing. So life at the moment is not so good for them in terms of being a piece of cake, but the life is not so easy in terms of things for both of them, really. Le Parisien aujourd'hui en France is having a survey about this. Should Valérie Trierweiler have sent that tweet to rock the boat in Hollande's life? And the verdict is, well, yes, 44.5%, no, 55.5%. So Valérie Trierweiler making the buzz.
So she does not have public opinion on her side. Let's move on now to a story about an artist making a killing. Now, the artist is not selling fresh air. That would be too easy. That's been done before, to sell fresh air. The artist is selling French air.
Well, we've seen in the past, haven't we, fresh air being sold in a can. This time, this artist here, if you can go to the picture of him, he is called Liang Kegang. He's a Beijing artist, and he's sold that little pot of fresh air from Provence for the wicked sum of 640 euros at auction in China. And he did that to make a point.
So he just bottled up air from southern France.
Yeah. We could do that, Cyril, as well. But anyway, he did that, and he managed to sell it for 640 euros. There you can see the Guardian's piece on it there, Mountain Air, which is selling for a wicked sum of 640 euros, £512. Now, there's a political message all about the pollution in China. He wants to bring attention to that, so it's sort of like an artistic statement on his part, isn't it? The scandal for me, though, is when you look at the picture of Eiffel Tower there, what do you see but a very polluted France, don't you, basically? And perhaps not so bad in Provence, but we've got a major pollution issue. And it's not as bad as the pollution in Beijing. That's television headquarters in the Chinese capital. Not nice at all. But back here in France, the mayor of Paris, the new...
Back to French politics.
Well, yeah. Well, of course, Anne Hidalgo, the new mayor of Paris, is saying that, well, we're going to have to see that alternating system for cars that we've had in March. But before I end, I just want to perhaps just sell you a little jar of
I'm not
air.
buying.
200 euros.
Especially not 650 euros, Nick.
It's a bargain.
It's the rarefied air that we breathe here in Issy-les-Moulineaux, Paris suburb. All right, let's take a quick break. Thank you very much, Nick Rushworth with Media Watch. We take a break. We're back in just a few minutes with more news. Bye-bye.